Hey, it's Kat at Kattalestv. And someone said something on Twitter about Harvey Levin and TMZ. And I didn't put it together until they said it. They made it sound like TMZ and Harvey Levin are a part of Mossad, as in Israeli intelligence. And it would make a lot of sense on so many levels because there are so many people that Harvey Levin, through his staff, his videographers, they help regulate some predators like Brett Ratner and Bryan Singer. They had some serious allegations against them and they never went to court. But I just remember so many times that Harvey would have a reporter do an interview with Bryan Singer, and it was so full of fluff because there was one particular thing where they were announcing that him and his girlfriend were going to have a baby, instead of dealing with the allegations. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized, I should show you some of this stuff. It's crazy. Then I realized that Harvey had one of his slaves do an interview with a guy that stabbed Tory 14 times. You know the one that is in prison for the R word and the pedo word, and the murder word. This is the guy who stabbed Tory 14 times and his lungs were collapsed. Harvey had one of his slaves do an interview where the guy was saying Tory threatened him, therefore that's why he stabbed him 14 times. In my mind, I'm thinking, how does a man who's in prison for murder, having relations with a 13-year-old girl and then, killing her, and then he stabs someone 14 times, how does he get to have a phone call so soon after the incident to tell his story? And why does he even have the right to tell his story? He's not in a court of law. If it's already set up. You know what I'm saying? And then I researched, an inmate gets paid for interviews. So somebody paid this man. Somebody paid this man who just got finished stabbing someone 14 times. They granted him a fucking interview. That shows you everything you need to know about Harvey Levin, as well as him having a black slave regurgitate this bullshit. The mind control of that, the abuse, the gaslighting, the total racism and narcissism involved in this is crazy. They want you to think we're all stupid. Like a case that makes no sense, and he's promoting it. And the last icing on the cake that I realized that Harvey was behind the fucking Tory Lanez documentary at the courthouse, where they didn't tell us until after it was finished and shown on some, Tubi, some bullshit. It was made by TMZ. That's connected to Alex Spiro. And Alex Spiro is Megan's, as well as Elon's lawyer, and some other very wealthy people. So if you guys don't think this is a setup, if this is not some criminal organization on the highest level, and the saddest thing is, it all connects to Mossad. Because why would these accused abusers, Brett Ratner and Bryan Singer, how do they get to run to Israel? You know what I mean? And then Brett Ratner ended up doing a documentary for Melania Trump. But Harvey's always helping bad people on his platform. And the music industry and the entertainment industry, especially the music, it just seems so obvious. Well, the movie industry too, but the music industry we're talking about, Tory Lanez, is run by the mob and / gangs to not only promote drugs and pretty much sex trafficking, especially like in the rap music, abuse, a lot of negativity and nihilism to get young people to follow that lifestyle and go to prison so they can do slave labor. Because when you're in prison, you have to work. And pretty much it's slave labor. So we're just repeating the cycle of slavery under a different name. But I do believe Harvey Levine and TM0 is part of a bigger issue and problem that we have. And he definitely might be connected to Mossad. Because it's obvious. No major news organization, legit, would interview the guy that stabbed Tory Lanez. Think about it. I mean, this shit's so incredibly racist and evil. And because the reason why I say it's racist is because they think we're all fucking stupid. There's too many things involved in this case that are connected. And again, TMZ lied. They did that documentary at the courthouse, and at the time during the case with Tory Lanez, we had no idea it was TMZ. And if I knew it was TMZ, I wouldn't have allowed them to do it. I mean, film me. That's how sneaky they are. And Harvey's a lawyer. You guys love saying he's a lawyer. He's one of those crooked lawyers. There's so many of them in LA and around the country, but I've never seen so much evil. Harvey Levine used to make fun of Adam Levine when he was on American Idol. And what I mean by he would make fun of, he would allow his reporters that are writing for the website to do stories about is Adam Lambert gay? You know, at the height of his American Idol fame, right? Like it's a bad thing, but they were doing anything for controversy, and also might have been to control him, because, you know, if you're not out and, you know, people know who you are in your private life,
well, if you're
then your career might be damaged if you're sure your fan base knows you're gay too early. You know what I'm saying? So that might have been a way to control him and to manipulate him and to do certain things. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff makes so much sense that it's connected. But Harvey's gay. And if you're gay, why would you allow one of your people to be abused in the media over a dumb question if he's gay or not? Who the fuck cares? But Harvey has to make money no matter what. Where Harvey is paid to work for a higher authority to actually destroy the culture of America. And I'm not even saying that in jest. It's so obvious. This is like psychological warfare. It's like destroying your enemy from within. And it actually seems to be a part of Israeli intelligence in regards to the way Harvey uses the media to promote these stories that literally changes the landscape of the culture, promoting, you know, prison, promoting violence. I remember when Terry Carter was killed by Suge Knight, Harvey Levine made so much money repeating the actual crime of Suge Knight driving over Terry Carter not once but twice. I mean, Jesus, this is psychological warfare. So I'm telling you, you guys should boycott TMZ, as I call them TM0. They're disgusting, and they're a part of a larger a larger setup to destroy our culture. Don't let them do that. Boycott TMZ. This is Kat at the beach. Enjoy. Bye.